Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Rich Talkies. Today we have here with us Mr. Ram Keswan, who is going to talk about some amazing facts and information about business. And he has a very fond affiliation to triangles, and he is going to associate things that he likes about business and things that we should know about business in the form of a triangle. So I'll give the stage to Ram. Ram, you can start. Keep your video on, and you can start sharing your screen.
Yeah, thanks, Goon. Really happy to be here again. So I think I'll go directly into my presentation. So today's topic I would like to do is the business triangle that I have been working on for the past 2 months. So basically, business is something that I love doing, and I have, what do you say? It is kind of my life, and I believe business is life. It has got life in it. It is biology. So I will come to you and tell you how it is. So business by Wikipedia, how it is defined is making one's living or making money by producing or buying and selling products. And it's an enterprise making profit. And a new word that is there around is entrepreneurship, entrepreneur, so all these things. So an entrepreneur is a person who owns a business or an enterprise who does it for making money. So this is how Wikipedia defines it. So if God created man, and I'm sure then man created business, so the God of business is man, because from man's existence, he has always had the need for more. So when there is a need for more, we start to produce. Basically, we start to produce a lot and exchange. So as we will not be able to keep things with us, we start exchanging. So this is how business would have started, and the basic way of exchanging would have happened through the barter system. I'm sure all of us know what the barter system is: exchanging goods for other goods, because we did not have the concept of money. So what money gave us was, it gave us a, a liquidity for us to move goods. It actually gave a common value. You could give value to any of your products. So for example, in case if we were still in the barter system, I would have happily traded a Duke bike for a car. And if the person in the bike wanted a car and I wanted a bike, we would have done it. But I don't think that will happen now, because valuation is not based on psychological needs, but valuation is purely based on economical needs. So the business triangle. So basically, why a triangle? A triangle is a strongest two-dimensional figure, and you can separate a triangle like a biological figure with a heart, body, and a mind. And for business, the body would be the operations and its research and development part. The heart would be the sales and marketing part, and the mind would be its human resource management. Now, I'll go deep into each thing. So sales and marketing, why is it the heart? So we all know the function of the heart is to pump. It pumps blood. So like the heart, sales is something that pumps in blood everywhere. Sales brings in revenue, and marketing is a part of sales, but it is something that does not directly influence sale, but it is a way that sales is lubricated. It helps in promoting sales. And simple advice is every business should continuously do both the activities. The reason is, If you're only going to do sales, then you will not be creating any brand value for your product, for your business. And if you're only going to do marketing, then your return on investment is going to be very low, because marketing is a very expensive process. And why is the art? So the motor, a motor is defined as a machine that converts one form of energy to another form, and for it to function effectively, it should be lubricated. And it is very similar to sales. So sales is exchange of commodity for money, the action of selling something. So it is a very similar activity. So sales actually converts goods or services to money, like how the motor converts energy. And the lubrication for sales is the marketing activities that do. So I'll give you a small example of a company, and like to start with, I'll do with Reed Skyline as usual. So Reed Skyline. So the marketing activities that as a company we have been doing we have been building social media community. We have a YouTube channel for sharing knowledge. We do a lot of SEO work, blogging and email marketing. We attend and host a lot of PR events in business and education needs, and the sales activity. So when you're going to look at the marketing things, everything is, most of it are digital. And now you will know why. Because as Reed Skyline, we are into selling digital products. So we do end-to-end digital marketing. We do Android and iOS application development, digital cataloging, ERP systems for industries, customized digital assets for individual businesses, and business and brand consultation. So when you see, both are very interlinked. So the marketing and the sales, both are digital. So for any company, that is how it should work. Now next, let's go to the next side of the triangle, the body, the operations and research and development. So what is operations when we are going to look at it from the triangles per se? So it is the primary resource burning side of the business triangle. So the operations is going to consume most of your resource. The reason, if you're going to take a body, so the body has to consume a lot of resource. You're going to eat a lot of food so that you can create something new. So it is similar to that. So the operations process is to do that. And how any business operation is going to do that is, it works with another small triangle inside. So it uses man, machine and materials to bring in services and products. So all these things are used by the sales force and the marketing team to sell outside. Now research and development, why is it very important? It is done so that all these three things that you see, these are cost burners for any business. So all your research and development should be working on how to reduce or how to make more effective use of machines, reduce manpower, get better materials. So this is one of the main work of any R&D team. Without R&D, growth for any business is a big question mark. And R&D is going to lead to stability, growth and cost reduction. So all these things are indirectly helping you get more profits. Now I can show you with a very good example of how this has helped the automobile industry.
Model T. It costs $850 and takes more than 12 hours to assemble. 1913, Henry Ford installs the first assembly line at the Highland Park Assembly Line. It's 150 feet long and made of rope. Man hours needed to assemble a Model T drops to 3. 1914, the rope is replaced by a chain. Ford announces the $5 workday, more than doubling workers' salary. Employees can now afford to buy the cars they build. 10,000 workers apply the next day. 1916, the assembly line helps lower prices and drive demand across the country. 1918, half of all cars on the road are Model Ts. 1927, Ford produces its 15 millionth Model T. 1942, Ford uses its assembly line to produce B-24 Liberator bombers for the United States during World War II at its Willow Run plant. It's the first use of the living assembly line for aircraft production. 1966, the Mustang is in such high demand, it's built in 3 separate facilities. 1998, Ford becomes the first and only automotive company to certify its plants around the world under ISO 14001, one of the most demanding set of standards of sustainability. 2000, Ford begins the nation's largest industrial redevelopment project in the Ford Rouge Center. It has one of the world's largest living rooms, over 10 acres of living plants and a habitat for wildlife. It absorbs 4 million gallons of rainwater every year. 2011, Ford begins to build gasoline-powered hybrid and electric vehicles on the same assembly line at its Michigan assembly plant. 2013, about 16 Ford vehicles are built 2013, Ford celebrates the 100th year of the moving assembly line.
So I just love watching at this video. So it shows that, if you're going to put in more effort in your operations and R&D, there is no way you can lose in this. Automobile is a very competitive market, so there is no way you can lose in that competitive market. So what are the changes that we saw during this video is we saw more automation, reduction in manpower, reduction in power usage, increased rate of production, better designs in their car, more efficient vehicles, more different kinds of vehicles, and as there are more automation, we see limited space for it. So all these things came up because of the R&D work that Ford put into and has kept it still one of the big automobile brands in the world. So the mind, the human resource management, it has not been there for a very long, it is a very recent line that we have been adding into the business. Before this, human resource was not considered as a big thing in any business. And the reason why is today it is mostly the people that drives the business. Previously, you could see it is more of investment on machines because we had to go into large scale manufacturing. But now it is more of people, mind and talent. So businesses have to work more on their people that they are going to hire. And the heart and body can actually function without the body, but not for a long, because the system is going to collapse. And the reason why it is going to collapse is you do not know where to go or how to go. So it's like, being insane. You will be alive, you will be walking, you will be doing things, but you are insane. So business that has not put any work on their human resource is actually an insane business. Human resource is defined as, it is a strategic approach of managing people so that the business can gain a competitive advantage by maximizing employee performance. So this is how it is defined. Now, why all of a sudden it has become very important? So OB and OC. OB is organization behavior and OC is organization culture. So it determines the fate of the organization. It tells you which direction the organization is going to go, going to give you a vision and mission, everything. So it is the OC and OB that is going to help any organization. And now, one more reason why it is very important in India as a country is we have all been, you, me, and all the people attending or people who are going to see, we have all been bred in the same way, like, through our same education system. So we have all been made into a single outputted product. So it is really hard to find the hidden potential we have, and training and identifying are very expensive process. So that is one reason why human resource is very important. So a good human resource manager or a good human resource management team would be able to identify all these potential talent very easily, nurture these talent, train them, and more than training, one more important thing is how to make these people stay within the organization. Give them that organization culture saying, this is your home. So this is where the human resource management works. So we see all these big business people talking about human resource, Richard Branson, all big companies, Bill Gates, people from SAP, General Electric. So all of a sudden, when all these people in their previous 10 years of time would have been talking only about production, quantity, and doing this much of quantity, all of a sudden have shifted towards their people. The only reason is now all companies have clearly understood that human resource is playing a very important role. I remember one of Steve Jobs' speech where he says, I have brought around one of the US's top 12 minds together. That is one reason why Apple is a very successful company. So it is about bringing in those people. So that is where human resource management helps. Having a strong leader in your human resource management team will be a very powerful tool. So we have spoken about the triangle. Now this triangle should help us do something. So we know all the three sides, what they are. So, but it is being fulcrumated by something called the finance. Basically, when people talk, they call it as, you know, the four walls or the four pillars of business, but I am unable to look at it that way. So, because finance is something that circulates and helps all these three sides. Through sales and marketing, we are able to bring in money. It takes out money, but it also brings in profits. And through that profit, we are able to finance the other parts of the business. So finance is aware there is a lot of, it is the blood. So there is a lot of planning required. So from the triangle, the definition can be the method of circulating money across the three sides of the triangle with an objective of making more money than what is inside the triangle right now. So the thing that is inside the triangle right now is the finance. So to have more finance, so that is how any financial planning works. But this might sound very easy, but no, a lot of businesses do fail in their financial planning. We have seen a lot of big people in India who have failed in financial planning. And one of the major reasons why these financial planners or financial plannings fail is mainly because of all these new disruptive technologies that are coming in. So there should always be a lot of focus on research and development in any company so that they don't, you know, lose out in the game of business. So why the business triangle? Why we came up with this business triangle is people should understand business is simple. And it is a myth that business you can actually do business easily. It is just that you need to start. Starting a business might be the hardest thing, but once you get into it and get the feel of it, I think doing it is going to be very easy. And the business triangle will help us strategize business at multiple micro levels. So when I do the business triangle, I was not able to bring in a lot of macro components inside, for example, the government or your other stakeholders in the business. So the way how it works is you can split your business into small multiple micro levels and start working on it. I will explain that to you also with an example. And you can also strategize your business based on which phase of the growth cycle your business is. So I'll give you a small example. I'm sure you all know Redbus. Redbus is a very successful business model in India, right? So this curve that we see here is called the business growth and death curve. So how a business is going to start and end. So as I said, business has life. As like any life, business starts and dies. So, and how we are going to nurture it and take it to the next generation, like any, you know, human being has the tendency to create their next generation. So business also has this tendency to do that. So I can show you how it happens. So incubate strong. So incubate strong is during the first two phases, during the birth phase, put more money on the operations side of the triangle. So Redbus has done that perfectly. So they developed a very good application platform for both the bus riders and the consumers to use. So it is, you know, I'm sure all of us would have used Redbus application at least one time. It is so seamless, so easy. You have so many filters. It is very beautiful. So that is one thing that they developed during their Operation Incubate Strong phase. And what it has done is, the platform that Redbus actually came in was the ticket booking platform or the tourism platform, which was highly competitive back then. I remember TripAdvisor, Trivago, there are a lot of big players inside, but this helped Redbus to get their competitive advantage and move one step forward. So the next phase, the growth phase, is the third and fourth phase. So grow hard. Grow hard is you don't stop, okay? You just proliferate as much as possible. So they put a lot of money on their HRM, human resource management, and marketing and sales. You would have seen the number of offers that Redbus put during their, after once they entered the growth phase. They had MSD, Mahendra Singh Dhoni as one of their brand ambassadors. There are a lot of regional brand ambassadors. They put a lot of hashtags, everything happening inside. So they just bought in a lot of brand loyal customers, people who are using other applications moved into Redbus. they recruited a lot of top people. People from big colleges from India were recruited inside. They brought in a lot of foreign people inside also. So this gave them a very strong internal team and a good culture inside that helped their growth very well. So during the third and fourth phase of growth, it is always good to put more, your finance into HRM, marketing and sales. So this will directly bring you a lot of customers. So you make your pie bigger, your customer base bigger. And then is the fifth and sixth phase, the harvest phase. So like every business, you are in your peak and then you're going to decline. So before you enter your decline phase, it is time to reap all the benefits that you have done. You have put in a lot of hard work. You have taken a lot of risks. You would have not made much of profits. So this is the time that business have to start enjoying their profits. Because of the huge customer base Redbus has made, a lot of app downloads. Everybody, most of us, around 90% of Indians, do their online booking for buses through Redbus app. So this is a high competitive advantage that they have. So they can, play with their commissions. They have so many of bus owners. So this was one way of how they are doing, and they have put a lot of money on their R&D also during this phase. And they are right now venturing into a lot of new things also. They are entering into taxi booking, delivery, hotel booking. So they are trying to venture into new things. They know that they will be soon entering into the death phase, because 7th and 9th, the death phase is inevitable for any business, because when you're going to see the pie grow, a lot of small businesses, medium businesses would like to be a part of that pie. And once this technology, because this digital technology was a bit hard in the past 5 years, but now it has become easy for everybody to use it. So there will be a lot of individual big fleet owners entering in slowly, and Redbus's pie will surely shrink. So they need to go into other ventures. So this is the strategy followed by Redbus during their entire phase, and they are venturing out also. So business. What is business according to? The only thing in the world that is able to make money with money. It's like a tree that really works for the people, by the people, and of the people. It has catalyzed the industrial revolution, the internet revolution, and now it will be doing with the data, big data, digital revolution also. And one big good thing about business is it is a true lover. It keeps all of its stakeholders happy. Somehow or the other, it tries to keep its stakeholder happy, because it knows for the business to survive, all the stakeholders around the business should be happy. So, but if there are so many good, I'm sure there should be so many bad for business also. So I believe the good part of business right now is we have started focusing a lot on humans. Like I said, the third side of the triangle, it has only come up now. We have started building, more importance to humans. The bad side is we have not yet been able to abolish, certain things that have been practices that have been there for a very long time. And the ugly side of business. The ugly side of business is making money through war, drugs, women, gambling. So these are all the ugly sides of businesses that we are not able to control. So as business owners, employees, and customers, we have to choose wisely. And with this note, I would like to go to the end. So yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much, Ram. I think it was like a revelation for a lot of us, because most people would not have seen business explained to us in this way, because the examples and the stories that happened when you were presenting was very good. And I just have one question. So talking about human resources as one of the sides that keep the triangle stronger together. Right now we are focusing more on artificial intelligence and robotics and other stuff that can eliminate human intervention into the company. So what do you think will happen to the human resources when the decline is already there? Like just you said, like the birth and death of a company. and likewise the department should also have their death, birth and death. So do you think this entire side will have a decline in the long run?
So human resource right now is in its birth phase, and it has it is incubated very strongly now. What happens now is a lot of new skills will be coming up, skills that robotics, automation, big data that will not be able to do, skills that only human beings will be able to do, skills that require emotions, that require empathy. All these skills will come into action. So that is when people become more people focused. So I think that is where human resource will take in. We will have a big drop because we will not be having the talent, we will not be having the resources to bring in these people. They are not trained or they are not skilled. We do not have a lot of psychologists into business, especially a lot of psychologists into business. So once they are all inside, people who can empathize, who can sympathize, that is when the human resource management will evolve and go beyond automation and machine learning and robotics. That we will have to lose some people and start training the next generation for new skills. The robots will not be able to empathize us. We all know that. So it is impossible for it.
No, I was just reading a tweet about something. So this person who had flown with Indigo has sent a tweet saying they had misplaced this luggage. So they were saying thank you for sending my baggage to Hyderabad and flying me to Calcutta at the same time. Brilliant service. Okay. So this is the tweet that he has said, and he has put a hashtag called Die Indigo. And Indigo had replied, glad to hear that. Hashtag keep flying 6C. So, and he replied, are you serious? So this chatbot was actually made to reply to any single tweet that was targeted towards send. So it was not able to empathize. So that is one of the drawbacks. But maybe in the future years, maybe people artificial intelligence might get sarcasm or something like that. So it's coming. So I understand what you're telling.
It will take a long time because we have not given data about our emotions to machines yet. It is going to be very hard for, we have only now shared our muscular data with the machines, not our emotional data with the machines. So with that, it will only be able to do certain things, but not beyond that. It will never be able to understand a human being as how a human being is going to understand, because a human being is going to think from his point of view, not from the other person's point of view. So there will be a dialogue. It is not going to be a monologue. When it is going to be with a machine, the machine will be thinking for you, not for me. So it is going to be a tough fight. I think it is going to take another, until it goes to the maximum point of curve, it is going to take another 10 years. There is a huge opportunity for next generation people to get into that. They need to have a lot of emotion quotient when they're going to join any workforce.
Okay, thank you, Ram. I think we have the floor for 2 more questions. I think we have 8 more minutes to go. If any of you have any questions, you can shoot around. Okay, I think that is enough for today, Ram. So thank you so much for taking the time to prepare a wonderful presentation. I think we all like the animation and transitions. So thank you everyone for staying in for this episode. We'll see you again in another episode. Until then, this is Ram Kesavan and Team Reach Skyline signing off. Take care. Bye bye.